Okay, so here is the combined tile for Module 3. It has the 2 courses that the online students take online, which is an anatomy and physiology course and then word processing course. So what you'll notice is we're going to go by weeks. And our plan is that the week page is going to change each week. So when the student clicks on to the course, they're going to have their current work page up and ready to go. So there's not going to be a lot of double clicking anywhere. So when they start the course, this is what they're going to see. I know Brooke's on, so you're probably really familiar with how this works for day 1. So you're going to have to be really good at communicating with the students, making sure that they know how to navigate through things. It should be much easier though. So they're going to work in 2 online courses. These are the 2 courses. Here's the proficiency checklist, so they can download it right from there. And then here is the assignment list. So I suggest you have them download the assignment list. The assignment list is going to show all the assignments that are due each week, and they can kind of use it as a checklist if they want to. So they can download it and print it, or just download it and highlight the ones they finish, or however they want to do it. So then day 1, they're going to have the steps that they always do on getting to know their instructor, completing the academic honesty policy. So when they click on that, they'll go right to the academic honesty policy. And then they'll, of course, it's going to look different for them because they're going to be a student. And then they can click on that, and then they can go right back to their home page. And then they're going to do their textbooks, their resources. When they click on the syllabi, they're going to be able to click and read both syllabi for each course that they're taking. And then they'll be able to access their homework, their row assignments. So when they click on this, it's going to take them to a page that's going to allow them to download all their homework. So I suggest they do that on the first day, have that all set and ready to go, so they can start running right out of the gate and getting those taken care of as quickly as they can, just as long as they know they need to upload those on, the days that like Brooke wants them to upload them on. And then the SurePath enroll is going to be the same. What's unique to this course is they're going to be using Microsoft 365. It's free to them through Ross. So they'll click here and just read the instructions and follow the prompts. They're to use their Ross email address though. If they don't use their Ross email address, they won't get the free download. And this isn't going to download to their computer, the Microsoft 365. It's computer based. So it'll take them to a website, and then they'll use all of the Microsoft Suite programs from that website. And then we get into the meat of the week. Here's their course objectives. So they click on that, it tells them exactly what they're going to be learning. Then they have to read these chapters, so kept it nice and simple. And they just follow it down. Click here for the career success video, and they can watch that. And then they have their online presentation through SurePath. Now, once they've self-enrolled in SurePath, SurePath's going to appear on their dashboard as a course tile. So they'll have to go to their dashboard and click on that to get into that. And then their terminology practice. There's their Quizlet link. And then their first discussion. So they'll click on their first discussion, and it'll take them right to their discussion. And they'll be able to participate from there.
Will this look the same for the online and the residential students?
No, this is just for the combined course right now. Okay, so, and then they're just going to keep continuing to go through this until they're done. And once they finish their last assignment, then they're finished with the week. So Brooke, make sure that you're letting them know that they need to post something every day, whether it be a plagiarism test or a word processing, assignment, or Ross Edge or discussion. So if they want to use their discussion as their way of making sure that they're getting attendance, that's fine. So what we've decided, since we have three different courses, three different campuses, get to the settings, that are already set up in here, and these campuses are all on different schedules potentially, that they are going to be having their discussion posts or initial discussion posts on the very first day of the week. So that's why it's really important for them to get into reading some of their chapters. And I put right here next to the chapter, see chapter 2, reading this will help you with your discussion. So they can skip right to this chapter if they'd like, so that they can prepare for that day to post to their discussion board. That will be their attendance for the day. And then if you let them know the days that they are not at the campus taking clinic courses, all they have to do is post again to the discussion board to get their attendance. That's probably the simplest way. That, or we can have them do complete another assignment for the week. But so how it's going to go is the discussion is going to always be due on the first day of the week, and then the rest of this will be have a due date of the last day of the week. Now, obviously, we don't want to overwhelm Brooke and the other instructors that would be potentially working in a combined course by having them have to grade everything on the last day of the week. It's going to be up to you guys to make sure that your students are continuing to post during the week, whether it be a discussion or an assignment. Any questions so far?
Yeah, Jen. So due dates, these are going to be put in then as our kind of normal routine, or are we?
I've already put dates in for you, so you won't have to worry about due
Gotcha.
dates. So
Perfect.
The discussion due date is always on the first day of the week, and then all the other due dates will be the last day of the week. But I would, like I said, make sure that they know that they should be posting and they should be turning in assignments during the week, especially on the days they're not at the campus.
Every day.
Yep.
Yep. Every day. Okay.
And I think that's going to kind of streamline it for you. So you're not worrying about all these crazy dates that all the different campuses are on. As long as we're able to post attendance for them, that'll be great. Now for attendance posting, Ryan was saying that on our last call with him that the ADs will get in and they'll look up the student's name, and then they can see through the analytics when they've posted something or uploaded something to be graded. So you'll continue to do that. Brooke and Dina will be the only instructors in this course, but that doesn't mean that the rest of you won't have access. So I suggest that what you'll do is go into your admin access, and then you can go and search for the term and then go ahead and find the course, and then you can get into the course and look however you'd like. But please do not add yourself to the course as an instructor. What I can do is I can make it really simple, and I'll send an email to everyone with the course link. That way you don't have to look too hard. You will automatically be able to get in. So on the courses, this is it. This is the course. So what'll happen is on week 2, this page will change. And then we'll go right to the week 2 page. Show you what the week 2 page will look like. So Brooke, if you feel comfortable changing the pages, you can do that, or I can. It doesn't matter to me, whatever's easier for you. So you can let me know down the road as you decide. So week 2, when week 2 begins, the course page will change. Whenever the student clicks onto that course in their dashboard, they'll come to the week 2 post. And then again, they'll see their objectives and what they need to read. What they need to read for their discussion, and then they can just click on the links and work through the course for week 2. The rest of them are exactly the same. The only thing I did add is I added a week 1 link, so that if a student was behind or they wanted to go back and access something from week 1, they could go right to week 1 and access that from here. Any questions so far? guys are off quiet. You must be thinking.
Sorry, I was on mute talking.
I'm just taking some notes, so just,
I do
yeah.
that all the time. That's
I guess
fine.
my question is,
Uh-huh.
our on-ground instructors are the one entering grades for us. So if the on-ground instructors are not in the course
Mhm.
and we are not in the course, what is the plan for entering grades? Like are Brooke and Dina entering grades or?
Well, I guess it'd be up to Brooke and Dina if they feel comfortable doing that, or they can just take a screenshot of the student grades and send them to your instructors to upload, well, to put in CView.
I
Okay.
can still get in the course
Mm-hmm.
through the admin, so you should
Right.
still be able to see.
Right, okay, but the
So the
instructors won't be able
instructors don't have the admin though.
No, and we really don't want like 100 instructors in here. It gets too murky. And then things
Yeah.
can get changed, and we don't want comparisons. You just want the students to be able to get their work done and go from there. Yeah.
I understand. It was just, a thought for towards the end of the mod.
Yeah. And it's a legitimate thing for sure. I'm gonna go in and I'll show you the course. So Brooke, this is your exact course that I'll be adding you to probably today. Okay, so you'll notice that when you go into assignments, and they better still be here because it took me forever to put them in. Well, I think this is nope, this is not it. For it, let me look for it. Not that I had written it down. Okay, so I guess you guys will be doing the same thing if you need to search for it. So I'll go filter by term. So if you haven't done this yet, this is what you'll do. You'll go to admin, you go filter by term. Okay, and then you'll scroll down to 3.9. Now it always goes current, then future. So first 3.19, 3.19. Okay, here's 3.9. And one nice thing about this is we'll be able to put the afternoon and the evening in at the same time. So you won't have to have a different shelf for the afternoon class because the weeks all follow the same date, so it won't matter. And discussions, it'll just make the discussion bigger anyway. So that'll work out. Okay, and then
Another nice thing is that there won't be access codes for the tests. Because we won't have blended classes, so they won't be at risk of sharing codes with anyone. Yay.
Nice, nice. One quick question. Are we going to still be doing our announcements then? Like how, we put everything together, or is this?
yeah, you'll still be doing your announcements.
Okay.
So the announcements, but they'll all go to everybody. So it's not like you're going to have to make a million announcements and send them out anymore, which is great.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
you would just use the filters for your campuses at the bottom,
Okay.
when you send those out. So it's one instead of having to copy paste to 12 different shelves.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
So it's going to be nice and streamlined for Brooke. I think she's going to like it a lot better. Okay. So here are the assignments. Here are the assignment dates. So you'll notice, Brooke, that all your assignment dates are already set and they are per campus. So you'll have it for the Grand Rapids, Benton Harbor, and Fort Wayne. So when you go into grades, you can use a filter and then just look up either or. So, I mean, it's not going to really show you filters because we don't have the. But you can go and look at just Benton Harbor students and I'll pop up, or Fort Wayne and I'll pop up. So it'll be a lot easier. Any questions, Brooke, so far?
No, I think I'll just have to play with it a little bit. I'm taking some notes, so no,
Okay.
I mean, not too crazy. I mean, I think
Okay.
doable.
All right. Amy, am I missing anything, do you think?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be a matter of getting in there and playing around with it, but
Mhm.
overall, most of the functions that we do for the hybrid classes will be streamlined, and students won't have to dig in so many places, and the instructors will be able to, better manage their classes so that we can spend more time with that critical outreach piece and doing the discussions and those things that are hard to get to when we've got so many Canvas shells. So
Right.
overall, I think it's going to be a really great thing to have everything all together like that.
Yeah, so Brooke, now I'm going to share with you the little document on how to figure out grades, because you won't be able to figure them out from here when you, and there's no student in here right now, so I can't kind of show you that, but in the grade book, it's going to, well, maybe the grade book will
Okay.
be, it's going to be, you're going to see MA 101C assignments, MA 101, come across, because I mean, there's a lot in this course now. So as you come to the end, you're going to see these parts here. So here's like the MA 101C assignments, they're 20% of the grade. So you're going to see your students, all your Fort Wayne students here. So these are the ones that, this is what's going to tell you if they're passing these assignments. And then here's their homework. And then their tests.
So Jen, will we be able to filter it by campus and by course, or we just have to go through the course sections at the end?
You should be able to filter it by
Just
assignment.
I'm wondering,
groups,
like,
yeah.
students like to be able to go in and see what their grade is for the mod.
Well, the students won't be able to see their final grade for the mod because they're going to have to look at each individual group because it's combined course. So it's not going to give them it's not going to give them a grade that's going to be, it's just not going to give them the grade that they want. So they can do, and students can't get into the grade book. But I mean, as an instructor, you can do assignment groups if you want. You can do modules if you want. So if you wanted to just see everything for week one, you could see everything for week one. So Brooke will have to like play around with it a little bit. So
Yeah, it looks pretty, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I just playing around with it will, definitely help, but yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
look too bad.
So here's an example of what I was talking about that I'll share with you, and I'll make one for each thing that comes across. Each one of these combined courses will have one of these. So if we can you see it's kind of little, so let me get a bit bigger here. So what you'll do is for your students, and you can share this with your students if you wanted to, they can plunk in what their current grade is for their discussions, and then their tests and their homework, and it'll give them a final grade. So let's say homework, they got 100%. And let's say their discussion grade, they have an 80, and say their tests were like 75. That tells them that their score right now is 81. And I got that from the grade book. So you can get, and students can get that from, like I said, I don't have a student in here, so I can't give you what it'll look like, but those of you who've already been into Canvas and you've worked in a course, you can click on the student name and then you can see the student's work. Students can do that too. They can go into their grade book and they can look and they'll get the same thing. So. I know, if we need something else, that's a little bit more complex, I mean, we definitely can develop that. If it makes things easier, you just need to let me know what you need. Okay, so any questions? The picture that the student will see when they find this course on their dashboard is going to look like this. It's going to be up here when it loads. It finishes loading there. It's going to say MA Online Module 3 courses. So that'll be the shell they'll find that anatomy and physiology and the word processing course in. Then again, they click on home and they'll see their home page. Hopefully, you know, it's going to work out well and it'll be easy. I think it's just going to be a little bit of a learning curve on just how to present it and how it goes. But I think the students are going to like it. It's keeping them all on one page, keeping them all in the same kind of flow of the course. And all they have to do is go to this page to see what they have to do for the week.
Jen, it won't let them, like, if we're on week 1, it won't let them get into week 4, will it? Other than
Nope.
like rows and stuff, how it is now.
Right.
Okay.
No. So they are going to download their rows, so they'll have access to those on this very first day. But no, they won't be able to access anything because it's all locked. All of the weeks are locked.
Yep.
And will only open on, you know,
Gotcha.
at the time that they're supposed to get in there and open. So no, they can't move ahead, which is nice.
Perfect. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
okay.
we're doing something similar for MyBOA, and we've been doing it for, I think we're in our 3rd term now, and it's working out really, really well with the students being much more willing to get in there and do their work, not missing as much work. We've seen an improvement in retention and even coursing completes. So we're hoping that doing some of these changes, even if it means a little bit of compromise with back-end analytics and things like that, will really help the students to get where they need to be so that we can improve those retention rates and, you know, get them passing and get them doing their work. Just kind of paving the way for them and reducing some of those barriers.
Right, especially since online, they don't have an instructor in front of them that can say, hey, let me look at your screen, or hey, you have to click on this. We're trying to give them a little extra support in that way. So here's the student view.
Yep.
That they'll see. Brooke, do you have any questions?
No, I mean, it's laid out really well. I mean, to me, yes, I think it's gonna eliminate these 3 and 4 and 5 tiles, and you
Mhm.
know,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I definitely, yeah, there'll probably be a few bumps, but
Mhm.
I think, yeah, I think it's definitely, it will definitely benefit some of them for sure.
Okay, and I know you have a lot of students that are going to be in this course with your campuses that you support. So I'm so happy that you have
Mhm.
Dina with you and that she's going to be able to help you. So our thought
Yeah.
for utilizing Dina would be to not have her do the grading so much. And there really isn't a ton of
Mhm.
grading in this anyway, but it would be to provide support for students. So I would really ideally like to see if she could schedule a Zoom or a Ring Central, or even use the Big Blue Button conference within the course. So students can just know that she's going to be there at a certain time and they can come in with any questions they have. And if you do see a student that's falling behind or someone who's needing a little extra help, that she can reach out to them and kind of use her in that capacity. Have her in the discussion boards to lend, you know, just an extra outlook or an extra point of view on a discussion, help her get those students to get their work in. She could be the one going into the grade book and sending out the extra emails like, hey, it's not too late. Let's get your your assignment in. If you need help, let me know. Do you think that that's something she's going to be able to do?
Yeah, I mean, I know we've already tried to the last few months. We kind of started incorporating some, Wednesday, like Google Meets and, doing some of that
Right.
stuff. So I think it's just a matter of kind of getting everybody on board with it. And really kind of making it a, weekly thing or, really kind of implementing
Right.
it, so to speak. So
And
yeah,
it'll be so much easier now that this is all in one course. You can put out one announcement. Hey, Google Meet's going to be on this day, this time. Even if it's an open Google Meet, for an hour, she just sits on there and waits for students to come in and
Yep.
join.
Yep.
That's helpful.
Yep, which we have done, and some nights, we can have 10 people and
Yep.
some nights there's one person, but yeah,
Yep.
I think it will definitely increase that support.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and ultimately, if we roll this out, excuse me, across the board more, like we'll have more campuses involved and we can pool our resources. So, maybe another instructor can take a Tuesday night
Mhm.
and shoot the message out to the entire group, all of the campuses, since they're all learning the same material at the same time.
Mhm.
So we really can think creatively with what we can do having a big mega course like this.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah, I think that you could really, you'll make good strides with it.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have anything they'd like to share or any comments? Okay, so what I'll do is I will send this course link out to all of you, so at least you'll have access to go in there and take a peek and you'll make yourself familiar with it, especially when it comes to figuring out attendance. And Brooke, I will add you to the online grade sheet that I just kind of gave you a peek at, so you'll have access to that and get used to how to use that. And I'll add you to the course as an instructor and Dina as well. Today, I'll do that right after we're done with this call. And if we need to schedule another call, just, let us know. Be happy to do that. Okay.
Thank
Well,
you, John.
thank you all, and keeping our fingers crossed. I have really good feeling about this one. I think it's going to work out well. So, thank you. Have a good rest of your evening, everybody. Hope you keep your power on and stay warm.
Thank
All righty,
you.
thank you so
All right.
much.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.